Recently, I had sort of an epiphany about leadership, and I immediately wanted to share it with anyone who would listen. And so that's what we're doing today in this video, is walking through this sort of aha moment that I had about leadership styles. It actually started a few months ago when I started working with an executive over a national healthcare system. And so a very large healthcare system, very impressive leader in our industry. And I've been able to sit in on meetings that he's led or just sat in as an advisor or a participant. And most of them have been through Zoom, but a few of them have been in person and with different sizes and different groups. And just I've had the opportunity to observe him. And I would describe this person as stoic, calm, he's got a casual style, and yet he still commands authority and leadership. But it wasn't so much about him as a leader that sort of struck me. What I've noticed just the more and more that I sit in on these meetings is how relaxed everyone else is. And it's just, I was just shocked. No matter who is attending or who's participating, especially his direct reports or even the direct reports of his direct reports, they're all so casual and they speak openly and honestly. There have even been times that they have challenged him just in the meeting in a very respectful way, yet still they've challenged him or questioned him. And I just thought, wow, here we are, an executive, someone that is incredibly respected in our field. And all these people that report to him or report to the people that report to him are just open and honest and casual. And I just thought that's just so different than what I'm used to. And you might be thinking, oh no, the monkeys are running the zoo. And it's really not like that. I actually think that it's a sign of trust. That whatever culture they've created, especially the one that he's leading, embodies trust. That they're able to make mistakes and speak freely and honestly or challenge him. That all shows me that they trust each other and they trust him as a leader. And so what I'm used to is actually kind of the opposite of that. And I thought this was how you were supposed to lead for a long time, really, is that, especially I worked under this leader where he would command the room with his presence and especially with his words. He just dominated the conversation, incredibly intelligent. And he would bring, 4, 5, 6, 8 people to a meeting with him, and yet he would still sort of command the entire conversation. And even when he pointed to someone or asked them a question, he would always sort of attach some sort of clarifying component to that. Whether it was with another question or expanding upon that idea, he would always add something. And what my aha moment was sort of like, okay, that was actually more about controlling the message. And in a way, I wonder if what he was really doing was creating other versions of himself so that everyone sort of would start to emulate his style or to start mimicking his words and catchphrases. And that's actually what happened is that everyone would sort of learn these catchphrases and words and messaging, and they would copy that. And there's, I think, good in doing that. I certainly having a consistent standardized message is a good thing. Yet I wonder if there's a better balance that you can allow people to just make mistakes and speak things in their own words and in their own way. And that might be a little bit more authentic and honest. Not to say that this other leader wasn't authentic and honest. I just wonder if there's just maybe a balance between the two approaches. And of course, I started thinking about myself, some self-reflecting of what do I do? Do I command the message in meetings and sort of teach my team to repeat what I'm saying? Or do I allow them to make mistakes and even put their foot in their mouth on occasion? I might be able to articulate something better than they can, or I might be able to say it more accurately than they can, or more polished. Is that right to do though? Is to show them how to say something and then hope that they copy me? Or is it better that they have the freedom to say things in their own way and sort of blossom into their own style? And I think that's how I'm leaning, is that everyone sort of has their individual style that's true and authentic to them. And as long as they're pointing toward the mission of the company, then let's celebrate those differences, right? But here I am, still self-reflecting, as you can see. And I'd love to know what you think. Is it better to control the message or to have sort of like this free-for-all, open, honest style? Is there a balance between, what do you do? What have you seen? What works? What doesn't? So as always, I'd love for you to share your comments down below. Thanks, y'all.